$6 million vanished from JFK Airport in a single night. Cash, jewelry, and valuables gone before anyone even realized.
A fortune disappeared overnight. Millions in cash and valuables vanished. And this was only the beginning. Within months, half the crew behind the heist would be dead.
Fear, silence, and unanswered questions gripped the city.
The target? Lufthansa's cargo terminal. Riches beyond imagination. A gang with nerve, precision, and no plan to fire a single shot. They weren't stealing a few dollars. They were stealing millions.
Every second mattered. The perfect crime needed perfect timing. But greed has a price, and in this story, death came fast. The planning took months. Inside intel, security routines, and timing were studied meticulously.
They knew the guards' every move, every blind spot. They waited for the Lufthansa flight carrying cash from Europe. Inside those crates, millions in cash, jewelry, and valuables. Every guard shift mapped, every routine memorized.
Communication was key. They couldn't afford mistakes.
Escape routes planned to the last detail. Vehicles positioned to vanish without a trace.
Practice made perfect. The heist needed speed and silence. Confidence masked fear. One slip could mean disaster. Timing would decide success or failure. They planned to avoid gunfire entirely. Stealth over violence. Every detail observed. The guards, the cameras, the doors.
One night would change their lives forever. And then, the night came.
October 11th, 1978, midnight at JFK Airport.
They moved like ghosts through the shadows. The first guard never knew they were there. The crates were in sight, millions waiting inside. Every step calculated, every sound minimized. Even the cameras seemed to turn a blind eye.
Cash, bonds, and jewelry, $6 million, vanished in minutes.
Communication flawless, timing perfect. No shots fired, no chaos, pure precision. The job done, as if they were never there. Everyone vanished, just like shadows in the night. By the time authorities found out, it was too late.
Nothing but silence greeted them. No clues, no fingerprints. The city was stunned. How could this happen? The crew had planned every detail and disappeared without trace. Millions in cash, but the real danger had just begun. Greed and paranoia would soon unravel the gang.
Some feared the mob. Some feared each other.
Deaths began quietly, mysteriously, one by one.
Half the crew wouldn't survive the next few months. Families haunted by fear. No answers. Law enforcement hit dead ends at every turn.
The stolen millions vanished, trail cold and invisible.
Trust eroded. Loyalty killed for greed.
A perfect crime, but at a deadly cost.
Investigators arrived, stunned at the emptiness. Millions gone. Not a single clue.
No fingerprints, no forced entry. It was as if the money evaporated. Every lead ended in dead ends, the city's finest baffled. Rumors swirled. Was the mob involved? Or was it an inside job?
The powerful feared exposure. Some moved to silence those who knew too much. Soon, the first death occurred, a warning no one could ignore. Suspicion and paranoia poisoned the crew from within.
Investigators struggled to piece together a web of betrayal and greed.
Some cash disappeared forever. Some fell into the wrong hands. Even the survivors feared each other more than the law. Violence wasn't planned. It was inevitable. Every conversation carried danger. Every secret could be deadly. Investigators followed leads that led nowhere. Ghosts of criminals vanished into thin air. The city moved on, unaware that the shadows held deadly secrets. Evidence destroyed, trails erased, justice slipping further away. Half the crew would never see another sunrise. Bodies began appearing. Warnings, silencing, revenge. The murders were precise, like a calculated follow-up to the heist.
Deaths spread across New York. No pattern, only fear.
Paranoia gripped survivors. They didn't know who to trust.
Even alliances dissolved. Friend turned on friend.
Rumors suggested the mob orchestrated the killings. No one could confirm. Some vanished quietly. Some met violent ends, each story darker than the last. Law enforcement scrambled, but evidence remained elusive. The city's underworld moved silently, ensuring secrets stayed buried. The money, mostly never recovered. Some cash disappeared into the mob, some lost forever in the chaos. Families haunted by fear, rumors, and missing loved ones. Investigators pieced fragments, but full truth remained out of reach. The heist became legendary, not just for the money, but for the mystery it left behind. Some say the fortune vanished into secret hands, never to be seen again. The city moved on, but the legend lingered. Fear and fascination intertwined. Questions remain. Who survived? Who orchestrated? And who got away? One of America's most audacious crimes left no answers, only shadows.
The perfect heist, with a deadly aftermath. The truth, stranger than fiction.
If this story shocked you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more untold true crime tales.